I've been saying it for almost a year and a half now, fam. Jujutsu Kaisen, episode 4. Mind you, 4. We're 4 episodes into this bad boy. And, yeah, a good anime usually by episode 3 starts to pick up, starts to get to, some character development, starts to get you excited and interested, but, fam, 4 episodes in, and you cannot tell me that episode 4, which Jujutsu Kaisen dropping in October, the month of Halloween, is so freaking appropriate, because this episode, it was nerve-wracking to say the least. And that's that I read the manga. I read the manga, fam, but like I can't even lie, between the intensity of what was going on and that I don't even know, that building or that zone that they were trapped in. It just felt like creepy. It felt like I was worried for each and every character. My poor sweet Nobara, Kugisaki, I was so worried. Like, yo, the intensity of Sukuna, yo, Yuji fucking losing body parts and shit. And we 4 fam, and this ain't even nothing yet. Like, I don't want to overhype it and shit, but this ain't even nothing yet, man. Like, let's talk some of that Jujutsu Kaisen. Right now, this anime is on greatness levels. I'm not gonna say greatness just yet, because it could shit the bed in 5 episodes from now, but where we're at right now, fam, oh god, special grade curses, baby. Let's go. Jujutsu Kaisen episode 4. I'm ready.
Say we gon' do what we do, no matter how you move, make your move.
That's how it be, though. So, Jujutsu Kaisen episode 4. It starts off where, this time, opposed to the last incident, where basically Gojo took Fushiguro, Kugisaki, and Yuji, and in particular, wanted to test out Kugisaki and Yuji and sent them to go exercise a curse, gave them an appropriate mission that was like at their level for the most part. They handled it nicely. This time around, they're getting fed to the wolves, fam. Gojo is nowhere to be seen. He was sent on a mission, which kind of makes you wonder, like, who set all this up? Sends Gojo on a mission, and then sends these people to go fight, essentially, and they weren't meant to fight, obviously, but to go face a special grade curse. What's that about, right? But they get sent this time around, no supervisor, no high level, and basically their mission is to go inside this building and get any survivors and get out of there. That's it. Don't fight this dude, because it breaks down the levels of basically curses and whatnot. Like, if you get to special grade, you should just run for your life at that point, unless you're like Gojo sensei or whatnot. Like, there's levels to this shit. Smaller levels, you could take like a handgun to it or whatever, but once you get to certain points, if you ain't that shit, you better just run. And you see the setups, right? Because a lot of this is, even though it's giving us impactful, very heavy moments and all that stuff, it is still building character development for Yuji Itadori. When you see the woman crying, my son, you see that it actually hit him home, because those words that his grandfather instilled in him before he passed away of save people, just help people and shit like that, that really hit him deep. And you can see, I like that about Yuji. Like, a lot of times, maybe an anime character will look like, no, he genuinely looked like he felt so bad for that woman, and he made it a priority that I want to find her son in there, dead or alive. I want to give her some comfort, some closure, and I like that. Again, that's just a little bit different, looking into the empathy that Yuji Itadori has. But they enter the building, and all of a sudden the door behind them gets freaking washed away, and there's like giant buildings inside of here, because now they're locked in the special grades field, and shit just gets real almost immediately. Like, they were in store for hell from the moment they walked in there. Fushiguro tries to summon his demon dogs or whatever the case may be, and he's like, it gives them a little bit of comfort. I like the little very tiny pieces of comedy that we get with Kugisaki and Yuji, when they're like, hey, he's gonna help us find our way to the door and help us through it, which that was the calm before the storm. Like, the storm was coming in, and it was coming in very freaking heavy for these 3. It's like, you could just feel the intensity as the episode is going. And it starts off with our sweet and adorable and amazing goddess Kugisaki Nobara gets dragged down through the ground. The curse is already acting up, already doing some crazy shit, and I'm just there like, because I did read this, but I read this a long time ago, so I don't remember every single moment. So when Nobara gets dragged down the ground, I'm like, what the fuck? I forgot about that shit. And the special grade curse, when he shows up, for starters, again, like I said with the last curse, I'll say with this one, the designs are freaking scary, freaky looking, just like creepy as hell. Just shows up in between Fushiguro and Yuji, and I'm just like, oh damn, like, oh shit. And while all this is going on, I feel just so bad. Like, I'm worried for each of them in different regards. Like, Kugisaki, I'm like, poor Nobara, she's by herself down there, and then she's surrounded by all these curses, and throughout the episode she runs out of nails. She's down to her last nail. They're getting ready to eat her. One of the curses has her hanging over, about to swallow her whole. I'm just like, not my baby Nobara, no. But the curse is putting in work, whipping Fushiguro's ass. Yuji loses a hand, and I'm just like, well, here we go, baby, here we go. 4 episodes in already, we losing hands. I remember in Attack on Titan when Eren got his hand chopped off and all that shit chopped off, people were going nuts. This 4 episodes in, fam. 4. I gotta keep stressing that because a lot of shit is going down only 4 episodes in. And this is what separates, right? And I don't even know, title this some crazy shit, because fighting your inner demon is a very, very big thing in shonen manga. Like, comparing Sukuna to other demons in manga, like, a lot of the times, like, they're at the very least able to give some power or something so that the main character can get through the obstacle, but the main character can still, for the most part, jump through, unless like a big outrage happens where the character loses his mind, and then the, demon or whatever it is, demon fox, devil, takes control, and then it's all bad. The way this is done, Sukuna from Jump says, oh, you want my help? Well, okay, once I start helping you, I'm gonna kill that bitch down there, the Nobara slut. I'm gonna kill her. He didn't call her a slut. You better not call her a slut. The Nobara, I'm gonna kill her. That dude Megami Fushiguro, he's dying too, fam. So yeah, having him just show up and using him, not really an option. And that's what I really fuck with Sukuna, is like, you're not gonna get a little dribble of my power, fam. I know you don't know how to use curse energy. You're just a noob, which again, why would you put these people, like, I get it, like, you're short-staffed and shit like that, but they're so underqualified to go on this mission. Even if it's a survival thing of like just picking people up and running out, like, this was a very, very bad idea. They should have just waited for Gojo Sensei to show up or some shit. Like, very, very bad idea. And Sukuna is just like, gives him the fingers. So basically, Fushiguro has to dip out of there, go save Kugisaki, which he saved her by the skin of her teeth. I know it's cliche, like at the very last moment, but he saved her and he got her out of there, sends her to the hospital, thank goodness. But now it's Yuji left in there against this special grade that is no joke. He's, blasting into Yuji. Yuji loses his fingers now from his other hand. He's already with one hand. Now he's lost the fingers from there. And we dive into Yuji's character. And this is, again, the selfish nature that is a differentiating factor for Yuji Itadori's character opposed to other main characters in shonen. You see that he is kind of selfish. Like, and I don't know if you would call it selfish or whatever, but I felt as though that was something that they were pushing, where he's like, I don't want to die. I don't want to die. No, I don't want to die. Like, when do you see that, fam? When does Naruto be like, no, I don't want to die, Kurama, no. Like, at best, they would just say like, hey, you can't kill me right now, or I can't die right now. Like, the way Yuji was going crazy and shit like that when he was fighting the special grade, and shout outs to the voice actor, the Japanese voice actor, the yells and shit, it felt so real. But again, that's what makes Yuji such an interesting character, is that he's at death's door. He's not saying, I'll embrace it. He's questioning himself. He's like, maybe is this a good enough death? Like, you could tell his grandfather's words are really hanging heavy over him, despite even when he took that test to enter this whole thing. Like, yeah, his grandfather's words still have power over him. But once he finds out that Fushiguro has left and he got Kugisaki safely out of there, he lets Sukuna take over. And boy, that was so freaking epic. Sukuna fighting, which it's weird. Like, Sukuna should be on a whole other level because they're both special grades. He even says it. But Sukuna dominates this dude in every regard, cuts him into pieces, has him pinned up against a wall, and like, this special grade curse ain't able to do shit. But there's also an intelligence factor, right? Like, Sukuna is a smart guy. This is just a raging animal and shit like that. But Sukuna, you can see again, and that's the methodical nature of him that adds on to him not just being some ravaging demon and shit. Him thinking, well, what could I do in order to piss off Yuji and fuck him over and shit like that? Like, I'll gang up with him and then go face, like, just crazy next level shit. But after he whips that special grade's ass and takes the finger that was inside of his chest, which is weird, like, why are all these fingers just nearby? Like, I'm not a fan of that in particular. Like, okay, you got one of your fingers now, I guess that would be 3 technically, right? Then Sukuna, because you can see that he's accepted the fact that Yuji does have the control, he's like, okay fam, you can take over now, here you go. But there's no response, fam. Like, you gotta think, the ass whipping, losing his hand, which Sukuna did regenerate them, which but losing his hand, losing losing his fingertips, getting just dominated, and then mentally, like him screaming, I don't want to die, to himself and shit like that. That was tough on Yuji. That was real tough. So Yuji, he's clocked out right now, and that smirk that Sukuna gave at the end, he's so evil, you can't really even feel like he's cool as shit, because he just, yo, he's capable of anything. He'll go out there. If Kugisaki was down there, he would have gone and snapped the neck and shit. But man, the art and animation when Yuji's getting blasted away, the art and animation when Sukuna is fighting the special grade, like this was visual orgasms. And honestly, we ain't even at the craziest part yet, because no spoilers, but I will say episode 5 is probably going to be even better, and I think episode 5 is going to be that Attack on Titan episode 5 that put Attack on Titan on the map. I'm not saying this is going to be as successful or more successful than Attack on Titan. I am saying that episode 5 is going to trend everywhere. This is going to be huge. But episode 4, Sukuna's differentiating factors against the, you know, the devils and demons and inner demons that people face in shonen characters and shonen main characters. Like, I'm not gonna lend you anything. If you're gonna give me the body, cool beans, but I'm gonna kill everyone around you. And it takes Yuji strategizing in order to be able to use him. Yuji losing his hand and his fingers, yeah, they regenerated when Sukuna took over, but just the way it was done, like, this is brutal, this is violent, this is Jujutsu fucking Kaisen. I'm very curious what a lot of you guys thought about this episode of Jujutsu Kaisen. For starters, how did you feel when they entered this realm and shit like that, finding out about the levels of the curses, special grade? Where do you think this is all gonna go? Because now Sukuna essentially has free reign, right? If Yuji is not there, he's not taking over, he's not taking control, what do you think is Sukuna's next moves? Don't forget, Fushiguro is outside. Also, what the fuck, man? It was explained pretty thoroughly that they sent Gojo to do another mission. He can't babysit them, so to speak, but sending them to a special grade when they're rookies, Yuji can't even fucking use cursed energy yet. And how did you feel about this episode? Do you think that this is starting to put Jujutsu Kaisen on that map? Like, if Jujutsu Kaisen can capture the same feeling that Demon Slayer has, we're talking some huge numbers, because it's already doing numbers after the first few episodes, but the popularity is going to be on a whole other level. And your thoughts and predictions for episode 5 and beyond. Sukuna, what are you going to do, fam? I know what you're going to do, but I'm not ready. I'm not ready. And Kugisaki, my baby Kugisaki, I was just worried about Nobara. Like, fam, don't play with my girl. That's my girl, fam. That's my waifu. But that is all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram. Hit that bell to get all notifications. And if you want to follow any of my other social media, links are in the description below. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. And remember the golden rule: anime and manga for life, boy. Have an awesome day. Peace in, and Jujutsu Kaisen greatness, baby, and it's only gonna get crazier from here. Sukuna, Yuji, Fushiguro, Nobara, Gojo, where are you? Crazy shit, fam. Have an awesome one.
It's nights like this, and times like this, what's that I can give another hit. But I've got this inside a switch, a natural bliss, but that I miss.